Sun is setting here in Tallahassee, but that doesn't mean things are cooling down here on the diamond. We continue college softball in the Sunshine State today with the Dugout Club Classic as the number 8 Florida State Seminoles play host to the College of Charleston Cougars here on ACCNX and ESPN+. I'm Trevor DeGoat alongside my broadcast partner, Kaylin Arnold. Elliot, we thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Well, Kaylin here, the host team, the Florida State Seminoles, just continues to dominate entering the...
Ready to go at the beginning, but I mean, still not 100% sure that she was game ready.
Reitzman drops the bunt and thrown out at first base. No, she is safe. I think the fans may have been yelling that it might have hit the back of 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. And so Maddie Fry will send it down to first to secure the out. One away here in the top of the first. Entire career at Hofstra before transferring here to Florida State. Swing and a miss. High heat at 68 miles per hour. Expect Reitzman to go with 2 outs. Up. Actually, that was a called third strike, so confusion out on the field.
Strike, it may have been a little too far off of the plate.
That one convincing for sure. It was nowhere near going to be called a strike, and so Torres will safely climb to start off with. Quite impressive. As Beecham lifts this one into the outfield. This one unable to be handled in right field by Carly Smith. Just drops short of the glove.
And defense, I mean, yeah, there have been a few miscues, but seen some great base running, just like here. Ball getting away from Langston and Beecham and Torres advancing.
Seminoles in prime position for another big inning. Hart over to short. Ground ball is out at first base. However, will get Torres across the plate. So Austin Miller doing the routine job of getting the guaranteed out and to maybe do some time management right there. As Edenfield does get hit. The ball grazed the lower body, and so she will climb aboard too.
It's so much harder on the defense, like you said, applying that pressure. But then, too, I mean, they're going to steal bases, just like right here. Michaela Edenfield, and then guess what? Beecham was like, hey, you going to throw it down? I'm going to go. And then Florida State scores. So
2-0.
It's
and Beecham just trots home.
Yeah, and that's something that this Charleston team is going to have to learn.
Firing over from shortstop is Austin Miller for the second out to retire Dak. So the Seminoles up 2-0.
Like you said, Langston only being a freshman behind the plate. About this in the previous game against Mercer, but she's got some sneaky speed, and we know Florida State, they know how to run bases.
Shelby McKenzie gets this one to go opposite field, drifting away from Reitzman, and that is an RBI extra base hit for the young freshman. That scores Edenfield, and the Seminoles are off and running again, out to a 3-0 lead.
And that pitch is moving away from McKenzie. She drives it in that left center field gap. You see Reitzman trying to jump to glove it, but just can't get to it. Too much power behind that ball.
This one driven off the end of the bat, but still squeaks through to the outfield. Rounding third is McKenzie. She will score, and Kerr just able to get there standing up to keep the inning going and to keep
small packages. She's got so much power and really just, I mean, muscles that ball off the end of the bat up the middle, scoring her teammate McKenzie, and then again that aggressive base running, she takes second.
So far, we're still not done with this first inning. They combined 16 runs for FSU, and I don't think they're done yet. Ground ball through the infield by Potter, and Janai Kerr will score. Combined now make it, I was going to say 16, make it 17. A 5th run, and how about the weekend Annie Potter is having? Got her first home run in a Seminole uniform yesterday, and making contributions here today.
And this is a rocket down left field line, and Kerr, I mean, this is a close play. I think if the throw would have been on line, Kerr would have.
create a game plan going forward. This one grounded and was going to go foul, but caught by Julia Sitterling and kept that ball in play and got the third out here for Charleston. 5-0 Seminoles on to the second. Bell Wedra. Jazzy Francic is a newbie. Swing and a miss, and Apsel retires Rue just like that with a strikeout.
Apsel
This season, as you see, Austin Miller starting shortstop tonight. And another punch out for Apsel, already with 5 strikeouts. 2 away in the second. Carly Hughes lifts this one to deep center field. That'll fall into Kennedy Harp. Big turn at first, but the FSU crowd really liking that out of Kennedy Harp to prevent Hughes from turning that into extra in 2025 as well. So they got a big lesson there about the mentality of how you have to play. And they're getting it here as well with FSU staying disciplined, staying sharp. Another strikeout. Facing off against Torres. This one lined over into left, but it's an easy catch for Caitlin Stacy, 1 away. Well, that'll get you feeling good for a freshman on the road here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, you get out
as well. Just trying to set the table for Charleston. Beecham over to short. Miller has been active here early, and she fires it over. So 2 quick outs for Lily Thorpe. They using them, refocusing themselves. Body language is a big thing for Coach Lynch. That'll get the body language going really positively. 1, 2, 3 inning, the top of the order to boot. 1-2. This one by Sitterding is going to fall into right field, and she climbs aboard with a single. So Charleston, despite being down 5-0, does have a hit in each inning right now. It's now about stringing some consecutive hits along is the next phase here to get back into this game, but good piece of hitting. And now Jay Reitzman will come aboard here for Charleston. It looks like we actually might get a pinch runner here for Sitterding. Hit being out of the box. So good eyes on you. Credit you for that.
Yeah, right there, her foot does step outside of the box, so that's an automatic out. So it'll be interesting to see if that does happen, but I mean, right now Texas is looking like a really great team.
Little squibbler to Sunny Beecham was Reitzman, and she.
Last night it didn't even register that that was a conference game.
This one dropped down right in front of Fry, and Fry does get the out on Smith, just beats her to the bag. Joanne Graff Field really been built out nicely over the years, as this one is ripped to the right field wall by Edenfield. She's going to dig in for 2. Throw from right field is not in time. Carly Smith gave it a go, trying to challenge. Pops it up, foul territory. Over to Sitterding, and she collects for the first out here in the third of the FSU frame. You're not kidding about it, which really I don't think a lot of people like to see if you're an opponent of hers. But FSU likes seeing Shelby McKenzie hit some ground ball base hits, and that will get Edenfield home. Not the most gracefully, however, and she looks like she's going to be okay. That was scary, though. Might need to start working on some more textbook sliding in practice, but all's well that ends well in the end, and FSU tacks on to the lead.
Well, I think she couldn't decide there if she really wanted to go, and then slides a little too early and gets caught up. She is okay, thankfully.
Kerr, 1 for 1 tonight. Ground ball over to the left side. Third base, Sitterding fires on over. Easy out recorded. That moves. And what is a 6-0 ball game for FSU? And to no avail for Potter. And so Thorpe gets the strikeout. Hey, the freshman.
From pitching literally like all of the innings to being a part of a staff and like really not having to worry so much about being the only arm. And it's cool to see that. I'm sure she had to know for the future. And I think, you know, poor Mimi not getting to finish out this game, this start, but she's got to be excited too, knowing that her...
Good clarification there. Appreciate the amendment. 0-2 to Kennedy Rue. Strike out the side, why don't you, Miss Apsel? Rule outing. Already done it once early on here in the season. This one, bouncer off the glove of Sitterding, and she cannot get Widra. Hot bouncer. Really well, hard hit. And Widra gets rewarded at 304 in 3 seasons before coming to FSU. Double play ball in effect. Torres able to beat it out. But good work over there at short and second base was Austin Miller and Carly Hughes. A great opportunity for them to test themselves against quality competition. J. Sonny Beecham, however, gets a hold of this ball, and that is gone. 2-run shot for J. Sonny Beecham. 5th home run of the season. And Beecham is finding that power bat again here in 2025.
I think that Beecham could hear us up here talking about the defense and keeping these Seminole runners off the bases. She decided to hit one out of play. Defense can't even do anything about that. Absolutely annihilated that ball. I mean, I'm sure that came close to hitting some cars out there in the parking lot. And now Florida State in that run rule territory, scoring those 2 runs.
They are eligible once again. Charleston.
I've seen a few lizards go up the net, but I mean, that's not really anything that people
no one cares about.
Pay a whole lot of
reptiles, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to the animal kingdom, reptiles are below mammals.
Yeah.
As Kennedy Harp draws back at the plate. Going is Harp, and she is in there with another stolen base. For Harp, that's only her 3rd of the ball out there on the field this year. Ground ball, Thaxton off her glove, may have jammed her finger too, and Edenfield beats it out. Off the throw at second base from Hughes. So the wheels just keep on turning for Michaela Edenfield today on this Saturday. Has the home run, yes. You expect that from Michaela from time to time, but boy, oh boy, she's increasing her speed levels here.
Yeah, and Michaela Edenfield, I mean, that gets hit off of the handle, but she's so strong, and so it's still a...
Of Oviedo, Florida, sophomore. Skies this one into shallow left field down the left field line. Out in left is Kaylin Stacy with the pickup.
Not saying that Apsel can't do that because she has been on fire all night.
McKenzie pokes it right back to Thaxton, and she takes care of business. Walford. Then they get into their conference play against Hampton at home. And they're off and running from that point. Widra over at 3rd, able to gun down Austin Miller for the first out. 1 away. Then they're also going to play Portland State in a plethora again of doubleheaders coming up. So they're going to have 3 more sets of doubleheaders down the road as a check swing. Hughes does go around, so another strikeout. Pitching. Could we get an 11th from Jazzy Francic? 1-2. Ground ball over to the infield, but nothing but easiness for FSU and the Seminoles as they cap this one off with an 8-0 victory. Annie Potter finishing the job at second base. Kaylin, just another dominating performance. Again, the bats came hot, much like they did against Mercer, but really the pitching really dialed up another notch tonight as well.
100%. We saw fantastic pitching performances from Julia Apsel and Jazzy Francic. FSU hitters, they turned it on for this entire weekend, getting their 5th run rule of the tournament in a row and scoring in all kinds of different ways. Home